Today we're talking about the United States Census. What is it? Why is it important? And who needs to participate? The census is not new. The census is mandated by the United States Constitution. And every 10 years since 1790, the population of the United States has been counted. So that is 230 years. This year, the census will determine where to give $1.5 trillion. It's very important to know the census is confidential. The Census Department cannot share information with immigration. It's important that everybody living in the United States completes the census. This includes citizens, residents with green cards, and undocumented residents, because all people living in the United States use the school system. Citizens, residents, and undocumented residents send their children to school. All people living in the United States use city parks. All people living in the United States need police, ambulance, and fire services. And all of these things, schools, parks, police, ambulance, fire, receive money from the United States government. Who else receives the money? The state of New Jersey receives money from the federal government. Cities like Paterson, Clifton, Wayne, Passaic receive money from the federal government. Nonprofits or groups like Oasis often receive money from the government. Families also receive money. An example for the school is that every student, every child in public school gets about $1,695 per year from the federal government. If one child is not counted in the census, the school will lose about $16,950 for 10 years. If only 10 students are not counted in the census, the school will lose $169,500 over 10 years. How can you take the census? The fastest and easiest way is to take the census online. A second way is to complete the census on paper. You will receive the paper in the mail, you complete it, and put it back in your mailbox. Houses that do not complete the census online or on paper before May 15th, 2020, will have a visit at their house from a census worker between May and August 2020. Census workers will come with identification, and you can absolutely ask to see their identification. They should not come in the house. But we know with COVID-19, with the coronavirus, visits to houses are much more difficult and dangerous. So it's really the easiest to complete your census online in 10 minutes. You will receive paper, either a letter or a card at your house with a census ID. In the picture, you see the website is circled in green, my2020census.gov. There's also 12 digits. That is your census ID. In the picture, it's black because that is my personal census ID. For example, I live in a house with 2 apartments. The first floor has a different census ID number from the second floor. And every apartment, every house in the United States will receive a different census ID number. In a minute, we're going to do a practice census. I want to show you that there's also support in 59 different languages. You'll see Arabic, Bengali, Spanish, Tamil, many, many languages with support. So let's look at the practice census. Okay, this is only the practice. Nothing will be sent. They're telling you here, do not use the arrow buttons or the refresh button on your internet. Only use the blue buttons on the page. The first thing I will do is put in the 12 digits from my paper. After you type the 12 digits, you will select Next. Now they are going to check that your address is correct. If the address is correct, select Yes. If it is not correct, select No and Next. Now they are asking me, from April 1st, 2020, will you be living at this address? Yes. Okay, they want to know my first name, my last name, and my telephone number. Now they are asking me how many people live in this house on April 1st, 2020. This includes your family or friends who are living with you at this time. To make it easier, I will say 2 people. They have my name, and now they want the name of the other person living in my house. I am going to use my brother's name for this. If you say, oh, that's right, my friend is living here, my uncle is living here, you can add another person. Okay, now there's space for more people. Okay, they're asking me again, is this correct? Only 2 people live in this house? Yes. If you made a mistake, use previous and go back. Now they want to know, do you own your house or do you rent? If you own the house and you are paying the bank, paying your mortgage, select here. If you own the house and are finished paying your mortgage, select here. If you rent, select this. If you live in the apartment for free, no rent, select here. Now they are asking, who is the owner of this house? I am not the owner and my brother is not the owner. I select none of the above. Now I will answer some questions about myself. I am female. This is not my correct birth date. They want to know, how old is this person on April 1st, 2020? Not on my birthday, but on April 1st. Now they are asking about my origin. Am I Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish? I would select no. If you are Mexican, Mexican American, or Chicano, you select here. Are you Puerto Rican? Cuban? Notice I can select more than one, so be careful. If you are Hispanic and you are Dominican, Colombian, etc., you select down here. Now they are asking for my race. I would select white. White includes European and Arab. Black or African American. Maybe I am two. My mother is white, my father is black. Select what is correct. There's a part down here for other Asian. If you are from Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, you would put your nationality in here. Now the second person. They want to know my relationship with this person. Is this my husband, my partner, my son or daughter, my brother or sister, my father or mother? So he is my brother. I will select brother. He is male. Okay, his birth date, and how old is he on April 1st, 2020? Okay, and I say he is not Hispanic, and he is white. Final questions, start. They want to know, does everybody live in this house all the time? Yes. So I am going to check none of the above because nobody lives in a different place. When you are finished, you can go back and change your answers. You can edit, or you can submit. Submit is when it is finished. After you submit, they will give you a confirmation number. When you are ready to complete the census, there is a link for the real US Census online form. The page will open in English. Notice at the top, I can change my language. I can select Spanish. And now the census is in Spanish. I could select Arabic. And my census is in Arabic. Select the language that you want to take your census. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the space below.